We went on a quest to the west and were blessed, found peace and tranquility, and lots more mobility. Our girls beat us there, for 3 weeks they did share time with 2 pairs of amazing grandpairs. We drove on the road solid straight, and all told, never stopped, left a 2,000-mile row hoed. We arrived in the valley, quite beat, but 'twas sweet to reunite after 3 years with Ma and Pa Gali. First we fled to the mountains, away from the din, to be with our kin, drink the pure air on in. A service to all, to be without service, real text only calls to come eat delish dishes. Without the trouble and stress of the world, we all became young, little boys, little girls. Diving deep with old friends in a cave, climbing steep to the peaks with the brave. Eating and swimming, competing and winning, bridging future and past, and having a blast.
In boats and in cars, we'll float and we'll drive, reflecting on what makes us truly alive. The journey we found was a means to an end, as we became closer with each passing bend. Hey yo, we are the Magnificent Seven.
We then left the critters with more than just sitters. Our folks cared for them, shared with them, prayed for them. While the 2 of us lovebirds found 2 grizzly men, and adventure was found yet again. The Burleys, they offered us passage downstream if one of us beat them in cards. I'm proud to say Gurley beat Burley that night, left their egos broken in shards. Then off down the river, our timbers did shiver as we met the wild rapids head on. We laughed and we yelled as our craft entered swells, and sometimes we broke into song.
In boats and in cars, we'll float and we'll drive, reflecting on what makes us truly alive. The journey we found was a means to an end, as we became closer with each passing bend. Hey yo, we are the Magnificent Seven.
We speeded on to Grand Teton with grand trails to put our fleet feet on. From Jackson Hole drove to Old Yellowstone, where us guys saw some geysers bellow and groan, water up and water down. Hot water soothes and cold water pounds, all around water, built-in surround sound. And where there's water, what turns loose? Eagles, snakes, frogs, and sometimes a moose. But amid all these creatures and bubbly bowls, were the family we trekked with, the very best souls.
In boats and in cars, we'll float and we'll drive, reflecting on what makes us truly alive. The journey we found was a means to an end, as we became closer with each passing bend. Hey yo, we are the Magnificent Seven.
Departing from geysers, we ventured to glaciers and stood there in awe of the grandeur of nature. Tried not to be miffed or stiffed with the whiff of the fires that blew in a cloak of gray smoke. And so, folks, let me pause with my own fire to stoke. Do something today to take care of this place, to leave less of a trace, to help save human race. Anyway, Western Montana was truly a joy, made all the more so with grand folks and cowboy. Then off to the plains, a different kind of purdy, a little more flat and a little more dirty. The bison, they'll share what ND is like. Here's how they say hello and goodbye.
In boats and in cars, we'll float and we'll drive, reflecting on what makes us truly alive. The journey we found was a means to an end, as we became closer with each passing bend. Hey yo, we are the Magnificent Seven.
From Deer Teddy's Park, we had a long ways to go, so we made a pit stop to see fam in Fargo. Then, don't you know it, to Minnesota, where we floated for days in our boat. We stayed wet from sunrise to sunset. We would set and wait to get wet fish in our net. We never did fret, never felt beset, as we stretched out with the best people we've met. We left Minnesota onto the Trips Coda to the Windy City with its rich diverse city, from high culture at the Art Institute to high skies that gave quite a view. From giant legumes to nice hotel rooms, our final meal was a deep dish feast, and we finally journeyed to our home in the east.
In boats and in cars, we'll float and we'll drive, reflecting on what makes us truly alive. The journey we found was a means to an end, as we became closer with each passing bend. Hey-yo, hey-yo, we are the Magnificent Seven. Hey-yo, hey-yo, we are the Magnificent Seven.